Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebrate Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebrate Kwanzaa.
Why don't you celebrate, celebrate, celebrate Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, celebrate Kwanzaa.
Habari gani? Kuumba. Welcome to New Orleans Kwanzaa Coalition 2020 virtual celebration of Kwanzaa. In keeping with the restrictions for COVID-19, as you can see, we're socially distanced and we have no audience, but we have you out there in the virtual land because Kwanzaa cannot be held back from a pandemic. Now, to begin our festivities, if you were at home, it would be wise for you to have a candle holder. If you don't have the traditional Kanishiwa Saba, the Kanara that holds the Nguza Saba or the Mishima Saba, if you only have one candle, don't feel intimidated by this magnificent setup that we have because this is set up for a community celebration of Kwanzaa. But in keeping with that tradition, the first night we light the black candle in the middle, which represents unity, umoja. Followed by the second night, which is Kujichagulia, self-determination. Third principle, Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Fourth principle, Ujima, cooperative economics, familyhood and cooperative economics. And the fifth principle of Kwanzaa, Kuumba, which represents creativity. We also open up our events at home. And Kwanzaa is a good time for you to focus on your ancestors. Many times we don't think about them except for their birthdays or the time that they pass. But Kwanzaa is a good time to have a self-assessment, to look back on the past of those who live, those who transition, and look towards the future on how they can continue to help us even that they've gone home. At this time, I'm going to pour libation. I'm going to ask members of the creative community to call out the names of those ancestors who may be members of the creative community who are no longer here with us.
Douglas Red.
Ashe. Carol Sutton. Ashe. Sherry Marina. Ashe.
Jeffrey Cooks.
Ashe. Craig Campbell. Ashe.
Queen Keegan Taylor.
Ashe.
Kenyatta Simon.
Ashe.
Kifaru.
Ashe.
Dan Walker.
Ashe.
Abdullah Kamara.
Ashe. Elton Marcellus. Ashe. John Scott. Ashe. And many of those artists known and unknown to us. We say Ashe, we lift them in light, we say their names.
Kwanzaa, like other celebrations, has its symbols. The symbols of Kwanzaa are the mkeka, which is the straw mat. It represents the foundation for which all else rests. The kanara, which is the candle holder. It represents our ancestors and our parent stock. The mashuba saba, which are the 7 candles that represent the 7 principles. The mazao, which are the crops, which represent the fruits of our labor or our harvest. The muhindi, or the vabunzi, which represent our children. The ears of corn. For each child in the household, there should be an ear of corn. If there is no child in the house, you still represent with 1 ear of corn because each kernel on the corn represents a seed and the potential for regeneration. Then we have our zawadi, which are our gifts. They can be educational, books, creative items that are handmade, belts, fans, dolls, and we can also give services. The zawadi is not given just because, and you should not be stressed out about spending a lot of money on zawadi. What you can do is you can reward children for doing well in school and keeping commitments to improve their grades, change their attitude, or contribute to the upliftment of their family and their communities. We also have the Kikombe cha Umoja, which was used to pour the libations, and that is the unity cup. So these are the symbols of Kwanzaa, and these represent the principles of Kwanzaa.
What an honor to just gather and be together. Also, what a mighty time to express this particular principle of creativity, especially during this time when so much, whether it's trauma, death, destruction, all of these things that we can think of. But then here the reality is that we are still able to come together in the way that we have, whether it's us sharing virtual space or whether it's us being physically distant at this time. In all of that, we are giving thanks and honoring one another, especially during this particular principle, knowing that we are leaving things more beautiful and more beneficial than the way we found it. And what better people to do that than us? Because we want to bring back black. We want to bring black back. We want to bring ancient thoughts to present thinkers so future generations can be healed within one moment. Time stands still or ceases to exist, but then a minute by man's standards is a mere blink in the master's eye. Or who can master time? Who can move mountains? Who can make music that makes motions that move us forward to bring us back? Yeah, we want that black back. We want that good news that renews that old time religion. It was good for my ancestors, so it's sure enough good enough for me. That take us back, that back bent spinal spiral, a cosmic swirling, a whirling dervish twirling, a double helix like dance of sacred energy, molecular memory. Oh, this is music's beginning, the magic of mourning, recalling ancestral tones that make you remember things you never even knew you knowed. Oh no, English ain't my first tongue. You know where I come from, forms are born in a nothingness so divine. It encompasses everything here. Spirit speaks from the deep and women see with 16 eyes. Here, everything has an answer. Love, bring back love. Bring black love. Bring back black love. Bring back black love. No matter the question, love. No matter the time, love. No matter the question, love. No matter the time, love. No matter the question, love. No matter the time, love. No matter the question, love. No matter the time, it's love.
How y'all doing? EARHART here. For the most part, I'm here to speak on behalf of creativity, and I'm gonna keep it real short and brief. Creativity to me is finding a solution when you have nothing. The existence of my people here in New Orleans is exactly that, is creativity, because we are being forced to move out of our homeland, but we're still finding ways to preserve our culture. And with that being said, I wrote a piece that pretty much speak on behalf of what would you do in your last 24 hours if, it was the end. So here's my stance. If today was my last day on earth, I proceed to get my wife pregnant, rebirth. Then I handwrite a special letter with these words: find your purpose, then manifest it. Next, I use my money to invest in some cash flowing real estate assets to ensure that my family would never stress about anything from the financial aspect. After that, I'ma roll me up a fat joint, sip some cold wine so I could keep my nerves calm. Then I'ma book the biggest venue in the NO so that my hometown could see me do my last show. Then I'ma go to different high schools and give lectures, tell them that life is the teacher with the greatest lessons. You might bump your head sometimes as an adolescent, but keep swimming. Don't dwell on your transgressions. During my last 24 hours before my timing expire, I give it all that I have to get everything I desire. Then I give it all back to my community and hope God forgive me for my impurities. Peace.
Hello, family. My name is Chris Williams. I want to speak to you all about creativity, specifically the creativity of our people, the creativity of black folks in America. That creativity shows up not just in our art, but it shows up in how we live, in our lifestyle, in our culture. In the New Orleans, it's everywhere. Our creativity is woven through everything that we do, from the music, through our food, through how we raise our children, through how we interact with each other, and even in how we celebrate Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was created as a way for us to celebrate our experience here with African lineage, having an American experience. So with that, I want to share this piece of poetry with y'all. Who I've been. I've been the hopes of my fathers, the dreams of my mothers, the hero of my sisters, and the soul of my brothers. I've been good to the last drop. I've been bad to the bone. I've been a one-man army that fought all alone. I've been lost at sea. I've been lost in the woods. I've been mistreated, misquoted, and plain old misunderstood. I've been washed in the blood. I've been baptized by smoke. I've been faulted by my silence and persecuted when I spoke. I've been grandma's baby and pawpaw's pride. I've been the villain's truth when the hero lied. I've been a superhero and a super zero. I've been far and near and paralyzed by fear. I've been bought and sold. I've been hot and cold. I've been the master teacher and the no good preacher. God and the devil, savior and sinner, winner and loser, veteran and beginner. I've been Ogun's hammer. I've been Oshun's touch. I've been the colored girl's suicide when the rainbow was too much. I've been a raisin in the sun, withered and still sweet. I've been that last piece of coal that still gives off heat. I've been High John the Conqueror. I've been Marie Laveau. I've been Dessalines. I've been Saint Malo. I've been in your nightmare. I've been in your whimsy. I've been your foundation, and I've been flaccid and flimsy. I've been all the rage, and I've been played out. I've been king on the stage and then kicked out the house. I've been king. I've been all and nothing. I've been the earth and the sky. I've been and will keep on being. Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Peace. My name is Brandon. B. Mike. I'm gonna bring up my brother Malik, who curated this special creative group. And we got to keep our distance. You gonna be able to, should I hold it out like this? No, you can. We represent a lot of things, but in this particular capacity, Studio B as a space that's trying to do our best and be good stewards of the moment that we've been blessed with as creatives, as Black people in New Orleans, and thinking about the power and the role of creativity. I was said so well before I got on this mic, the idea that creativity is so much more than just the process of creating. I remember Elder told me a long time ago, he said our creativity is survival technology. It has a function, it has a purpose. And I know I'm a product of being a witness to that function, of being a benefactor of that function in terms of observing the creatives that I looked up to and continue to look up to. I mean, just listening to the words that we just heard, you can see the function of it being more than just, stringing words together. It has a function that touches us deep. And I think our people have always understood and yielded that creativity in ways that is a superpower of sorts. And I'm a fan of all the individuals that came before me. I'm a fan of this brother Malik as a creator, as a photographer. And yeah, I don't have any poetic words to share, but I'm happy to share space with everyone in here and to continue to get our people to think about the beauty and the power of our creativity as we think of our community. Brother Malik, you want to share?
No, it's an honor to be in the space, in a place like New Orleans that is a place of creativity, as it was stated, that creativity is all around us. And I'm proud that we, at this moment, we get the chance to do the 7 Harambees with these awesome creative energies and people. So if we stand up, our 7 Harambees is how we close out our Kwanzaa programs, and it means pull together. So when we lift our hands to the sky, we pull down as we're pulling together, and we say it 7 times, and this is how we close out our daily Kwanzaa ceremonies. So everybody, we're going to lift our hands up, and we're going to pull down. We're going to say Harambe 7 times. So are we ready? Ready. All right.
Harambe, 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 Harambe!
So many MCs focusing on black people extermination. We keep it balanced with that knowledge of self-determination.
We have a responsibility. In our African continent, artists were special people. They had a unique position and power. We should never underestimate the power of the arts and the creativity, the power of the spoken word, the power of the visual sight, what it does to ignite and motivate our people from now until eternity. So let's be mindful that our artists should not be put on the back burner. Our culture bearers are somebody that's very, very important. And we salute Studio B. We salute Ashe. We salute Community Book Center. We salute all of the people who stand using creativity, the power of books and reading, the power of speaking, the power of painting, the power of writing. For some reason, here in New Orleans, it's being pushed to the back. But that's where the true power lies. Art is activism. And that is the new revolution. Ashe. Power to the people, because the people got the power.